You talking about this right here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bleeding that into the new.
Yeah, we're always turning over a new culture. It's called organizational development. Because of turnover, turnover can help you, especially when you got a bad crew or you got a bad turnover, because then you can separate some of those guys that are making pockets. And if you see that you got two guys that are clicking together to make a pocket, you separate them. Say, hey, I want to move Johnny to that crew, and let the other guy know, hey, this guy, this is why, and let's work together. Let's separate these two guys, and then I'll get a new guy on mine, you know, and let's move one of your good guys over here to this crew, because we need someone with some more experience on this crew. And we just kind of do a little shuffle after a few weeks or a few months, and then we gotta let them. We gotta. Anytime we build a team, we go through phases. I talk about this with the crew leaders. Anytime you build a new group, you're gonna storm, norm, and then perform. Storm, norm, and then perform. What's the storm? When you get we did this in the last group. Let's do it. I want you. I'm sorry, I forgot y'all's names. I told you I would hold your name from last time. Luis. Juan. If y'all come over here, and what's your name? Alonso. The three of y'all. What I want y'all to do is I want you to stand right here in front of the copy machine. And I want you to step with the same side at the same time and walk all the way across. Same side at the same time, all three of you. Go.
Oh, all right.
You gotta start together, do it at the same time. Okay, that was fast. So let me ask you, who was leading? He was in the middle. Okay. Did you see? I didn't see that, right? But they knew who the lead guy was. You see that? And the first time, what happened? They were all out of whack. So they had to storm, and they're like, okay. And then he's the one that said, okay, which means you guys follow me, right? And then they looked, and if you saw him, the first step, he took the first, he lifted his foot first, and everybody's like, okay, boom, and then they went, okay? So anytime you build a team, you're gonna storm first, figure out what the pecking order is. When we had our crew leaders, it took them 4 times before they got it. They're like, and then one guy said, okay, left, right, left, no, they messed up again, and then he goes to say left and right, and one of the other guys made them hold hands. And he grabbed their hands, and then he said, okay, left, right, and then they stayed together. So you got a very distinct pecking order of the alpha, the beta, and then the third person. And it's not good or bad, it's just the way we think as people. It's kind of like the lizard brain or the tribal brain, or you go back far enough, that's just the way we're wired to work as a unit, is that someone is gonna take the lead. And then the other guys fall into subordination. Maybe it's because he's taller, maybe it's because it's his build, maybe it's because of the tone of his voice, maybe it's because of some other factor. You know, it's kind of a wild card who's actually gonna be the lead. But anytime you mix people randomly, or you move people around, you gotta normalize them. Because if you don't normalize them, they're gonna storm. Like, who are you? And you watch them, you say, how long you been in the oil field? Oh, a year. You don't know nothing. So then the other guys are like, he's gonna be the helper. We're gonna tell him what we want, and he has no authority. Versus if the guy says, I've been in the oil field 15 years. Oh yeah? You ever done flowback? No, I never done flowback. He don't know nothing. You know, we might let him drive, but he's not gonna tell us what order to set the sticks or anything like that. I mean, so the guys are very quick about making an order, but you can help them when you build a new team, or you bring somebody into the team. Introduce the person. This is Johnny. He's already been with Paloma for 2 years. We're just moving him onto this crew. Back at in his other spot, he's been a crew leader. He's been a supervisor. He wanted to go back down to crew leader. Well, now the guys are thinking, this guy's been a boss. So we don't have to check him or test him. We know that he's at this level. And so when we have that communication of this is who this person is, and this is where we're putting him in the team, especially if he's gonna be a leader, you gotta tell them, this guy's a leader, this is why he's a leader, and he has authority, and y'all are gonna follow him. okay? Because then we don't have to worry so much. They're still gonna storm, but it's not gonna be as bad as if you just throw them together and you tell them, oh, by the way, you're in charge. And he shows up and the guys don't know he's in charge. And he's like, by the way, I'm in charge. And they're like, who are you? Then it creates more storming, more tension, more adversity. So you can shortcut all of that by giving an introduction, adding them in, even if it's a rookie. Introduce him. Hey, he's new to Paloma, but he has been in the oil field for 5 years. He's been a truck driver. He's been water transfer. He worked a roustabout. This is what he knows. He still has some things to learn, but he already knows a lot about working out here. And then the guys, welcome into the team. Kind of do it like a formal thing, when you're laying them out, whether you're giving them directions to location or you're having a meeting. Make sure you introduce the new guy, normalize them as fast as you can, because once we normalize, then we can perform faster. We can shortcut and go straight to execution. Does that make sense? So that'll help you with a lot of problems in communication as well. So culture, and I just gave you some good stuff on team building, okay? Team building, and we'll call it orientation. That's what orientation means, is understanding where you are. So we put the new guy in and we help him understand where he is. You're new, okay? By the way, you're new. This guy's a crew leader. He's gonna tell you what to do. You're gonna listen to him. This is the driver. Because he has a good driver's license, he's gonna drive, but this is still the crew leader, right? And you line him out. And that way he's orientated and knows where he's at and who's coaching him, who's training him, all that stuff. All right? I think the other thing that we're just always working on is efficiency. Okay? And the way we gain efficiency is through planning and communication. Which you guys are doing a great job about that. Okay, planning and communication. The thing about planning is that we have to anticipate. Okay, so I gave him 3. I let him know 3 times. See, he's already anticipating, because now I'm going this way. And he's like, is this gonna be a softball fast pitch? Because he's got it in front of his face, like, hey, don't hit me, bro, don't hit me, right? And then after I sent it to him, then I put my hand up, and his brain said he wants it back, and then he delivered it back. See, 80 to 90% of the way we communicate is not even the words that we say, but how we say them, and our body language, how we carry ourselves and our posture. Okay? And even deeper than that, even before body language, is where is your head at? Y'all were in here last time. Y'all remember the Pygmalion effect? The pig effect? What does it mean? Come on. You can't remember? That big old word? Yeah, that one. Everybody liked that. Pygmalion? You remember? The Pygmalion effect is your expectation will become reality. Your expectation will become reality. So if you add a guy to your team and you expect him to fail, he is gonna fail. Because you expect it, you're not gonna support him the way that you would, and your attitude and your whole approach will be a failure. This morning, if you're thinking, man, this class is gonna suck, well, you're right. It is gonna suck. That's basically what I'm telling you, is that if you think it, you're right, bro.
That's right.
Because guess what? Your brain already decided it. You already decided that. I woke up this morning, bro. I was like, today's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be a great day. I'm gonna have fun. When I showed up,